What's up mga doc? Again, Miko here. Don't worry, today's Friday, so we got you covered.
What's up mga doc? This is Maitha and we are here for some Friday night encouragements. So I'm gonna share to you something that the Lord has been teaching me all throughout this quarantine season. And I believe that everything that is happening right now is part of training. So, lahat ng pinagdadaanan ng bawat isa is training for your destiny. It's preparation for the vision. So, it's the pro in your vision. So, this is a provision for you to be ready for your promotion and for your destiny. I would like to share with you about how is it to become a great doctor. A lot of people would say or would define a great doctor as someone who is strong, as someone who is very smart and very compassionate or perfect, diba? When we say great, we actually equate it to becoming perfect. But no one is really perfect. So, does it mean nobody can be great? Because we actually equate greatness with perfection. But the Lord has been teaching me right now that for you to become a great doctor, you have to become vulnerable. Yes, you heard me right. A great doctor needs to be vulnerable. Oftentimes we think in order for us to be a great healer or a great physician, we need to have self-control, we need to have strength that goes beyond measure. We should be always perfect in front of the eyes of our patients and in front of the eyes of other people. And I think that puts too much strain on med students and even physicians, residents, consultants. Because for some time, kaya mong panindigan yun. Pero at some point of your life, you would experience some troubles, anxieties, and yung weakness mo lalabas. But a great doctor should acknowledge their weakness. And there would be times that you would be weak. And a strong person actually admits that he or she is weak at that moment in time. So, let's not pretend. Sometimes we want to pretend. And a lot of doctors might be guilty of this. They always pretend that they're okay and that they can still do it more and then they could still extend a mile, they could still do this. But a great doctor has to know their limits. And if you could be kind to your patient, you should be kind to yourself always and first and foremost. So I would just like to exhort a verse on for 2 Corinthians 12 verses 9 to 10. It says there, this is Paul, and I like Paul's transparency here. So Paul is one of the greatest disciples of all time and the greatest preacher of all time. Pero nakakatuwa kasi pinakita niya dito yung vulnerable side niya. Sabi niya doon sa verse 9, but he said, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me. For the sake of Christ, then I am content with weaknesses, insults, hardships, persecutions, and calamities. For when I am weak, then I am strong. I mean, being a doctor means becoming humans. And sometimes, because of the process of med school, training, clerkship, internship, we actually hinder or stop ourselves from becoming human, which I think should not be the case. Because in order for you to become a great physician, you have to be a human. Kasi human yung ititreat mo. And I think it is much harder for doctors to actually admit that sometimes they need help also. That sometimes they are the patient. Sometimes they need help. Sometimes they need assistance. But when you acknowledge your weakness, then you will be helped. And then when you are helped, you will learn how to sympathize and empathize with others. Kasi naranasan mo na. Then you would treat your patient not as somebody who is higher, but somebody who is at the same point, and you're gonna say na, hey, that's normal for you to feel anxious. It's normal for you to actually feel this way. It's normal to get hurt. It's normal. Because I felt that too. And this time, magkakaroon kayo ng connection because you're not going to treat that patient from another point of view, but you're going to treat that patient in the same level as that patient is. After all, we are tagged as friend of mankind. So, we need to be friends to a lot of people. I think that's just one thing that I would like to exhort on. That a great doctor is vulnerable. He knows when to be vulnerable. Not all the time you have to be vulnerable. I mean, you have to stand up and you have to really be strong for your patients. But allow yourself to become vulnerable. Especially as med students, allow yourselves to become humans. To feel, to actually be anxious, to actually be sad, or to fear. Let's dismantle the idea of becoming perfect in the eyes of men. Because in your weakness, grace will be made sufficient. And grace is made perfect.
With all that's been said, let me ask you this question. Have you experienced turning your weakness into strength? Guys, remember, being a doctor entails a lot of tasks. And one of those is humbling yourself and identifying your limit para ma-fill in ni Lord yung mga kulang sa'yo. Remember, our limitations are the perfect place where God can showcase His strength over us. Kaya, don't be sad whenever you encounter or you experience being weak in several situations. Kasi, that's when God will prove His sovereignty over us all. That's all for this week. I hope marami kayong natutunan, guys. We'll be seeing you again next Friday. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Bye! What's up mga dok?
Allergies. Yeah.
What's up mga dok? Miko here.
Yes. What's up mga doc? This is Maita again.
Don't forget to hit like,